to this day.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't really deal with too many people in Virginia. Virginia. Yeah, Virginia.
I was only a few hours from Virginia. Went out there too, because my uncle had a brother out there. Well, this guy he ended up being my uncle. My uncle's best friend was out there. He lived out there at the time. So, and he hooked me up with him, told me to look out for my nephew. So he started taking me around and shit to parks, and, then I met people and shit. But yeah, that shit was cool as fuck though. That shit was cool. Hey, it was like my West Coast swag. But still, I'm such a hip hop head that
it didn't matter, right?
It didn't matter because I still knew their dialect and their energy. You feel me? Because I'm such a lyricist that I'm listening. Hearing they listen to Cameron and shit and all that shit. I'm like, oh shit, I got it. They like that. I'm trying to listen. Y'all see, that's what y'all think.
Right.
Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then I got the bus and then they found out I was an MC.
Yeah.
Started niggas sort of wanted me. I'm on a gang of songs out there.
Oh, that's dope.
I was doing songs with niggas out there, just going to studios. Niggas like, oh, you rhyme? And some niggas got deals. You feel me? I just go. Damn. Be like, because I got an East Coast swag when I get to freestyling. You feel me?
Right.
You know that. But
Right.
But with my West Coast slang though, so niggas be like, oh, this nigga hard. So
Yeah.
So I just go, kick it with these sturdies niggas. You mean? I'm like, wow.
Watch, one of these days, some of that stuff's gonna surface. That's cool.
It's gonna surface back up.
Like on the way here, I played an old song that he forgot about.
It's gonna surface back up.
I was like, oh damn, I want to redo that track too.
It's gonna surface back up.
That's what's up. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
I'm a low key, international player.
Ha
Round me round.
Don't good.
Go good, girl. I done been around the world and back.
What's Trey y'all playing?
Oh shit. Ice train.
Oh, did Milwaukee win?
Yeah.
Oh wow, fuck.
So Chris Parr gonna be a champion now, man. I think Phoenix will beat them.
But they're gonna beat Milwaukee, yeah.
So how bad was that? Was the end of the Suns and the Clippers?
Bad.
It was one.
Bad. That was an ass whooping.
Yeah.
I don't think Paul George should be allowed to get on the 14 freeway no more. He can't come back to Palmdale. Niggas making excuses for him. He still choked.
I'm a Laker through and through, but I was trying to root for them motherfuckers.
The nearest LA team, huh? Yeah.
I knew they was gonna be disappointed.
Again.
Shit.
They got a curse, man.
It's called the Lakers.
Yeah, man.
That's why they building them a new stadium, man.
Get the fuck out of our stadium.
Yeah, to get them out of there from up under them championship banners.
That's funny. That's right. Yeah.
Too much pressure for him.
Yeah. That's always.
Well, I mean, they're not native to here anyways. They're in San Diego.
Yeah.
That's
If they would have stayed in Dago, I think they would have been, But I mean, it wasn't for my cousin fucking my old head up about California pro sports, I would be stuck with just Lakers and Dodgers, and,
Right.
But he was an A's. He played for the A's, and I raised on the A's Angel Baseball. But his sister had season tickets for everything. So we was.
You got a cousin that played on the A's?
Yeah.
What? Who's
He's the one that started Hammer. He's the one that financed him and his partner Mike Davis financed Hammer's. Gave him his first meal.
That's dope.
And then when it was time to collect, that's when he changed it to Hammer.
Is that true that Hammer was an informant or something? Like he would tell on people
not
in the A's, not police.
Oh,
But he would tell on people in the A's that were doing like certain stuff.
I'm not sure because
Hey,
Mike Davis is one of the
you
ones
think
that
Kawhi
helped him.
Leonard gonna bail
Mike
on
Davis
him?
was always in the stand getting busted. He would always.
I don't
get
think
trouble
he.
for cocaine use and.
See, that's
He
what he would
is.
tell on stuff like that.
Because I think he's smart enough to know that if he bail again, then that's gonna be a tarnish on him.
Hell yeah.
You have no more respect.
Yeah.
Nigga not loyal.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the shutdown when people talk about Clippers this and Clippers that. Like the Clippers' best season is the Lakers' worst season, right?
Yep.
Basically,
That's how it worked out.
Yeah.
I think you about ready. Yes, I am. Man, I might have to close this door. 'Cause I hear that music.
Oh, for the sound.
Yeah. This shit is singing loud and clear.
Mood swing, Fiesta edition. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Cha-cha.
That shit is loud and clear right here.
Man,
Up to fireworks.
I was raised out here. I lived most of my life out here. Palmdale, Lancaster area. Oh yeah. My parents were moved me out here when I was like 4 years old.
We've been out here about 20 years.
Okay.
Had to get mine out of LA, boy.
Oh yeah.
Were you was born over?
I was born in Northridge.
Born off this bitch.
Yeah, you were born in Roseman, nigga.
I was born in Lancaster.
So, nigga.
Oh,
So you was really born and raised out here.
Yeah, I was
You a
born and
tumbleweed.
raised. Yeah.
You a real native.
Keep in mind that towel.
Oh yeah, don't put it over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need something to wipe my damn head off too. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever y'all
Y'all ready to kick it off?
Okay.
are. Yeah.
Yo, we back. Happy 4th, pre-4th of July. We back to the Mood Swing Show. We back in effect, man. All praises to the Most High God, Mr. Oh shit, let me get my mic right, cause Mr. Willie been down for a minute, so we back in effect. So I got
Well,
two.
let's see if it'll hear you way back there. Go ahead.
Mic check, can you hear me? Hear me? Yo. Perfect. Yeah. So we in the game. I got two special guests here. Some long time friends. We'll go back to the sandbox. We go back like rocking cheers, babies with pacifiers. You know what I mean? I got my boy Audio E and my boy DJ Daranged. They joining me today on the Doing Me podcast, the Mood Swing Show. So my guys, man, how y'all been doing, man? Like,
Good. Congratulations
man.
on this come up. Man, it was beautiful when I saw this. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Well,
I like to see what's happening.
It's the start of something. You feel me? It's the start of the beginning to something that can't be stopped. You feel me? Because God plan can't be stopped. You know. So, but yeah, we in this thing for the long haul, man. And I appreciate you guys for coming and touch down with me and give me some knowledge, man. Because I'm trying to see what's up with some beats, man. I really got y'all to really give me some tracks, man.
Ground X will be in effect. It will be in effect. I mean,
so what's up with you, Daranged? What's been going on with you, man?
Just try to process everything, get everything back in order. From losing my last setup, it kind of took wind out of my sails, as you say.
Took your motivation.
Yeah, it kind of took my motivation away.
Yeah.
Having to rebuild my whole collection again. Now with the new technology, having to learn that. And then I replaced, sort of replaced it with something else, the car thing.
Yeah.
And so I gotta, and that's kind of, it's time consuming, that stuff. So
Doing with the car, so you got to figure out what passion you're gonna put your time into.
Right. So I'm gonna have to balance them both.
So you started your own business, because this is also a platform for people, black entrepreneurs, because we only support black businesses here. You need to make sure this black dollar circulate 4 or 5 times in our community before it goes to the others. So you got your own business, doing the small checks, little automobiles. Tell exactly, what you do and where you supply your services at.
Right. Okay. So, IE based, Inland Empire based. I'm pretty much like the guy, right? I have connections everywhere. Mostly, with my connections, it's mostly black owned stuff. There's also a lot of Hispanics as well.
Of course, black and brown pride around this joint.
And we started in a shop, smart shop, getting them done, and then when the shop disbanded, we all went our separate ways, but we continued working together from remote locations, basically.
Understood.
And
so you got more than one location now?
yeah, oh yes, absolutely. There's about 9 shops that I deal with.
Wow.
Plus a couple of offices, registration stuff. I mean, I do everything automotive in this state. Anything that you need in this state, automotive wise, I can help.
So you can help me get a car registered that I ain't got registered?
Right. The hard to do stuff, that's my specialty. As they say, I specialize in the ridiculous. The regular stuff I can advise you on mostly.
Understood.
But the hard stuff, that's what I do. We're not
What's
about
some hard? What's hard?
Okay, out of state car, no paperwork, or a car that got that had a FBI hold, or stuff like that.
You get the lien off.
Somebody who wants to get out of a new car, I can help.
What?
So what if someone bought a car from Jose down the street, but it hasn't been registered, and the registration like $500?
There's 2 ways you can do it. One's a fight. The other one, if the car's in your name and it has heavy fees.
No, it's somebody else's name.
Right. So if the car's there's two ways. If a car's in your name and it has heavy fees, is where you can walk into DMV and walk out paying one year registration, no penalties, nothing like that. There's another way when a car's not in your name, you can walk into DMV and do the same thing. However, that one's a fight because they do not want to give that one up.
So how was that?
Okay, in California law, there's loopholes. There's a law in California that states if you are unbeknownst of the fees and stuff that the car has on it on a transfer.
So if you don't know the fees,
right? If you didn't know that it was, let's say you bought a car from Jose, but he says it was registered. You have 2021 tags, 2022 tags.
But it's really registered in
But it's really
2014.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an unbeknownst. That helps with the unbeknownst clause. It's right there. I mean, you can even Google it; it'll come right up. But they don't like to give that one up. They do not.
You just gave me some. Okay, I'm about to go here.
That one's a fight. Always head towards the supervisor. The supervisor don't know what they're talking about. Head to their supervisor. Keep going up until you get that one. Handled. Never leave DMV without. Never leave DMV without getting what you need.
Never, huh?
Never.
Stay there, okay.
If you got to bust a Karen on them,
man.
Okay,
I didn't know that because I got a vehicle that I bought, but I got to pay. I ain't got to register because the registration is $400.
Right.
But as you said, I didn't know that the fees was $400 on the registration.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Your play is you bought it at 2020. It was current registration or current tags at least. The only reason you're pushing to move forward is because you had some time. You're pushing to move forward is because somebody stole your tags. Because they're gonna ask, well, can we get those tags?
Somebody stole them.
That's why I'm here.
Somebody stole my tags.
Yeah.
And find out that the registration wasn't even up to date.
Right. Find out when I came to see you guys.
Man. Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, that one if you're up for the fight.
Yeah, well, I'm always up for a fight when it comes to against the system. I always love sticking to the man. You feel me? Because they've been getting money from us for so long. Insurance and the DMV, they been hustling us, man. But fuck all that. But man, so back on this hip hop shit, man. How y'all feel about the state of hip hop going on these days, man?
You know what?
Yeah.
I just stick with the philosophy that it's always within you anyway, so it don't matter what's going on around me. That's how I feel about it, really. As long as you keep that flame lit yourself, I don't. Everything else don't matter.
Have y'all been hearing about the allegations of Africa Bambaataa?
Oh yeah. I've been.
Do you think that tarnished his legacy in hip hop?
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
It should.
If they find out if it's true, yeah. If it's true, but who knows? Right. Of course, who knows if it's true or not?
Right, but I would think more so the legacy that he built hip hop wise should remain. Him as an individual,
right. Okay.
may be tarnished.
I agree.
Which kind of touches the other side too, but his music will always be. You know, they're not gonna pull it from the shelves like they did 2 Live back in the day.
I feel you.
Even though, Ice-T's band,
Cop Killer.
Cop Killer, they pulled that from, but you can still find it. You know, it's been reissued, and there's a bunch of different things.
Bands for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So you think they true or not?
I wasn't there. I can't call it. You know what I mean? Even with a pocket full of quarters.
What if it is true and people have been hiding and this information?
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah.
That's wrong. It's just simply wrong, right?
I mean, that was kind of, in a sense, not my beef. You know what I mean?
Understood. But I'm saying though, this is a legend.
Right. It's a shame.
Hip hop pioneer,
Right.
and we know what hip hop supposed to be. Hip hop's supposed to be a safe haven.
Right.
You feel me? Hip hop don't supposed to have that type of energy in it.
Right. It's true.
To be preying on minors.
Yo, as a parent too.
You feel me?
Well, I don't know the whole story, anyways, but
I mean,
I know I heard allegations, but I didn't follow the whole thing. So
understood, but I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
And he's never responded to it, but you know, because I think how I don't know. I'm a thinker. I think deep, and how shit has evolved. It's like, damn, why you ain't saying nothing, bruh?
Something.
Because the way hip hop, they trying to turn hip hop and make it so feminine now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Trying to make everybody so feminine. They don't like the masculine male no more.
Right.
How I never heard of you being too masculine.
Right.
Oh, bitch ass niggas. Come on, I'm being too masculine. You just soft.
Right.
Right.
Running backwards in the cornfield.
You understand? You feel me though?
Hey, it's gonna be like football. How football or basketball is barely. It ain't gonna be. But that's their hip hop. That's not real hip hop, right? Let them have that shit.
Let them have that shit. Because they trying to label that shit hip hop.
Right.
Yeah. Just
so we can't let them label that hip hop.
Right.
I agree. Right.
Like they trying to label Lil Nas X hip hop. This nigga not hip hop.
Nah, that's.
He's a gay rapper.
I don't know what that is.
He's just a gay rapper.
Okay.
He's just a gay musician.
They maybe have their own.
He's just a gay musician. Stop putting them in hip hop. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
He's not a hip hop artist. A lot of these niggas is not hip hop to me.
Right. You're not.
And they put in the hip hop genre.
Just call it pop or call it what it is.
Yeah, pop.
Pop.
Yeah, it's pretty much hit pop.
There you go. See that? Maybe they'll be happy with that.
Pop.
Hip hop
or hit pop.
Hit
pop. There you go.
Pop.
Hit
not
pop.
hip at all. I mean, it would be hip
because it ain't nothing hip about it.
Right.
Because you know what hip hop mean, right?
Right.
What does hip hop mean, Chris?
Hip to the movement, and then you hop to.
What is the acronym of hip hop? HIP, HOP.
It's Wholly Integrated Peoples. What's that?
Holy, I never heard that. Wholly
You never
Integrated
heard that?
People. I've got one, but Wholly Integrated People.
I forget the HOP, but
Do you
that
know
was
the rate?
that was KRS's rendition of the version of it.
HIP, HOP. Higher, infinite power,
Okay.
healing our people.
That's dope. I like that one. Okay. Right.
You feel me? So
Right.
if you ain't hip, if you hip, you got a higher infinite power.
Right.
If you hot, you healing our people. With your infinite power, with your higher infinite power, through the energy and the substance that you creating, that you putting out to the universe. So if you not doing none of that in your music, you can't say you're hip hop.
Right.
You just a rapper who's just rapping words.
You're in it for the check.
Because everybody,
check.
you just in it for the check, and you not in it for the culture and the rise of our people. Because that's what hip hop started as, for the rise of our people. You feel me? So
they're mainly in it for the rise of their pocket. That's it.
yeah.
I don't think my mental would have got sparked the way it did without hip hop. The right hip hop. It led me off the road onto something different.
Something more conscious, right?
Yeah.
Because at the time we had a plethora of MCs that was still hip hop, but express hip hop in their own way.
Right.
Because because another element of these kids don't understand as being an artist is that what makes you original or to get longevity is being original.
Right.
And not sounding like nobody. You got to have your own niche. You got to have your own cadence. You got to have your own voice.
Because biting was a
sin.
That's
an abomination
right.
of trying to sound like somebody else.
And within real hip hop, it still is. Right.
Within real hip hop, it still is.
Right. Yes.
But everybody trying to get on the radio trying to sound like what the greats sound like. You feel me?
Yeah.
Even you feel me? They want to mimic the Jay-Z's, the Pacs, the Snoops, the Kendricks now.
It's like their A&R is their rhyme coach. This is what you do. This is what you need to do.
Well, if that's the case, hire me, y'all. I'll be the best rhyme coach.
There you go.
I got bars. And I can give you some original shit. Tap in. I'm just saying. The Mood Swing Show.
I was thinking about that phrase, tap in.
Man.
I was associated with this new movement anyway. So I kind of avoid that. You don't talk about terminology.
Yeah, yo production skills. If you would have never stopped, bro, we would have been paid.
Right, it's true.
You would have caught, because niggas was biting your shit, and your sound is hot now.
Right.
Still, yeah.
You was like, are for real.
Right.
In a sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You was are for real, nigga. You heard shit, went to play it. You feel me? Thousands of records. You feel me? You know every loop. You know every sample. You're like, you is are for real. So that's why, nigga, like we need you to dust off them cobwebs, bro.
Yeah. I remember one time we went to Imperator, or whatever was his name. I forget his name.
Imperator.
Right. And I was trying to do something with this new age stuff that I had a CD of, and I was trying to place it in different places, not just be the straight loop like normal. And he was like, "Do you even know? I mean, do you even know how to catch a loop?" I was like, "All right, set it up," and he set it up, and I caught the loop. So, that was it, but. It was like it wasn't. I wasn't trying to catch the loop. I was trying to be abstract with the.
You were trying to catch the offbeat.
Yeah, offbeat or in the niche.
You always did that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Deranged.
Yeah. You always did that shit.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny to me, And then I would get asked to go over to where you was staying with.
What happened to the one brothers that you was making beats for?
Sick Calicos?
Black something. They was over there by the college.
Is that with Phil? Was that with Big Phil?
No,
it wasn't with Big Phil. Some light skinned dudes, and they was going to the college, and Blend was fucking with them. They was black.
Oh yeah, you're talking those
Dorian
and them. Yeah,
those
was biting my stuff.
What was their name?
I forget.
Yeah, it wasn't, man.
I haven't heard from any of them.
Steal your shit, man.
Yeah, I walked up. I was leaving, and I heard one of my songs, and it was the retard. I called that song retarded, anyways.
What happened to Earl?
I remember that one.
Everything was just offbeat.
What happened to Earl?
Earl's still around.
He still make beats.
He still makes beats. He's still cheap. You can buy him for a fifth or something.
For real?
Yeah. And a couple of blunts and whatnot.
Is Earl dope?
Yeah, he's dope.
Earl is dope.
Yeah, he's clean. He's clean.
Yeah, he'll come and cook you up something real quick.
Yeah.
Have I met Earl?
I think you have a little old
might
light
have.
skin
You
OG.
Was he Blues, homie? Did you kick it with Blue?
I'm not sure.
Blue who?
Remember Blue that passed?
Blue that
Like
passed.
another light skinned dude.
No, I don't know that Blue. I was thinking I only know one Blue, dark skinned Blue. That's the reason why we was calling him Blue, because he blue black.
Black and blue, huh?
Yeah,
That's like my boy Lucian. Lucian
But he can
Nehemiah.
sing his ass off though.
Okay.
My nigga Blue, yeah, janky.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Chris, man? I mean, last time I seen you, your name is Christopher Parr, man. Tell me your history, man. Share your story, man.
Oh shit. Let me see.
You know, this is a Parr. You know who his uncle is? You know who Rush Parr is? Oh, famous disc jockey. That's gonna go down in the K-A-Y. He's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
That's his
Russ
uncle.
Parr.
Russ
Yeah,
Parr.
yeah.
That's his uncle right there.
Bobby Jimmy.
Yeah, that's
Bobby
That's
Jimmy.
my uncle. But I'm Chris Parr.
Exactly what I'm saying. The legacy lives on though, because that energy,
Yeah.
you know, you have.
Thank you.
Man, you feel me?
You know what? Everybody that I know on the underground scene that knows that that's my uncle. Thank you guys. Man, I get blessed by all these people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I haven't, you know, they
No,
haven't heard much of my shit. They're just like, oh, you did.
Yeah. Fucking with Chip.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I remember growing up listening to that dude and listening to Bobby Jimmy.
Yo.
And the critics.
Bobby Jimmy J.
That's the reason why I felt like, because I memorized all the Bobby Jimmy raps and the rapping dude
But
you guys were lucky because you got to hear shit that I didn't. Like my uncle would send us, he would mail us records, but they had to be family friendly. So I never heard none of the.
You didn't get the explicit versions.
Right.
And not only that, I did some songs we didn't even get to hear, like Winnie Whistler.
Yeah.
My boy AC played that shit for me. I was like, what? That shit is hitting though. The
Right,
beat-
yeah,
the beat
yeah.
alone,
That was
the
Dr.
beat
Dre.
alone.
Dr. Dre did the beat on that one.
What?
Yeah.
Dr. Dre did that
What?
beat?
He was with at the end of his career. He was with
We need to get Dre on some shit. Dre, you did some shit for your uncle. He gonna have to do some
Just
shit
tell
for
him, yeah,
us.
you know, you get a little favor, you know.
Yeah, a little favor. He gonna be like, oh, you Chris Paul?
You're rich already, you know. You're wealthy. You're not even rich.
Just throw us a loop. I could do the rest. Just throw us a loop, Dre.
Right.
Yeah, we can do the rest. Man, stop playing.
Yeah, that was there was a few tracks that Dre made for him
Wow.
at the end of his career. Yeah,
You see how you know this shit?
yeah, I know all about it. Like nobody knows about CIA, which was Ice Cube.
Ice Cube first, LA Posse, right?
It was before all that.
It was before LA
It was
Posse.
before all that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
CIA.
With Dell? Was that with Dell in it?
CIA. Yeah, it might have been with
Della
Del
fuck
and
his
Sir
cousin
G.
Della fuck Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dell
they
and Sir
brought,
Jinx.
yeah, they brought like, and Sir, there you go, yeah, that was
It was Della fuck Homo sapien, Ice Cube, and Sir Jinx.
Yeah.
and part of the hieroglyphics.
Okay.
Yeah, he would.
Cube was part of the high road.
No.
Della fuck Homo sapien was.
Yeah, like Dell trusted his cousin's, I guess prowess, right? He would, you know, if Dell said something was dope, Ice Cube would be like, I believe you.
Yeah.
That dude's dope. Okay, bring him. So, like half of Hyro was in CIA too. Like here and there doing little bits.
They only had an EP. They dropped an EP, and that was it.
As far as I know, though.
And it was right after the Wrecking Crew ended. So the Wrecking Crew ended with their last song was the Cabbage Patch Dance. Right after that song,
That was CIA?
in that same year, Fresh Homeboys called CIA.
That was Cabbage Patch? Cabbage Patch Dance with CIA? That was Ice Cube?
Yeah.
That was Ice Cube?
That was Ice Cube. He wrote that.
Wow.
He wrote that song actually. Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time. I was working with this dude named Black Encyclopedia, and I was also working with this other cat. We spent a lot of time in Compton.
How'd you born and raised in Lancaster, California?
Right.
How did you get that deep into hip hop like that and move around like that?
Well, first off, I was one of my own. I was my own kind out here. Like there was nobody else really in hip hop like that. It's just something that came to me. Something that, you know.
What was
it's
the
just-
first hip hop tune you heard? What turned you out on hip hop?
Oh man.
Because you don't rap, nigga. You don't got bars.
I had.
You didn't have
Hey,
bars.
yo, sometimes back in the day, he was freestyling a little something like he was on beat. He was doing his little thing.
What?
Yeah, I could have I have some stuff out there too. But
You do?
I would, yeah.
shit.
I don't have the vinyl of it, but I have.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's out there. We was also in some commercials out here in the AV early in the days.
But how did you get
How did I get
turned
into
up?
hip hop? It was just mainly spinning. Like
DJing?
yeah, I had to make my own turntables. I was using a realistic mixer with a battery.
Oh shit!
You know, I had to take those record players that had the 8-track in and all that. I had a cabinet like this. I cut the top and placed the record player portion of it on top and put the other on the bottom. Plugged it in, screwed those springs down so it wouldn't bounce around, and that was my setup.
Yo, but could you scratch on the realistic?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was a mixer. I think it didn't have a crossfade.
Oh,
Just
you had
had
a
the,
realistic mixer. I thought you had a realistic turntable. I remember the realistic turntables. That's all.
Yeah, I remember those too.
Yeah, we had one of those.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to think because I was always into music. I was always into music. I mean,
You
I
put
didn't
me
know
on the
anybody else.
You put me on a Watch Prophet, The Last Poets.
Right.
You put me on a lot of shit.
Yeah, man. I had a lot of.
You
I
put
mean,
me
some
on a
of the
lot of
stuff.
shit. You put me on
Yeah.
a lot of shit, bro. You
Yeah.
put me on a lot of shit
Yeah,
that
and then
it still is with me to this day.
okay.
You feel me? Like to keep it 1,000. Like they be like, damn, how you, my nigga, deranged.
I
You
mean,
feel me?
I'm assuming my brother Charles, because he was in the military, would leave. He was in the music, got me into that. I was kind of into it already on my own. I discovered things on my own. It was just something that was with me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I can't even remember how I got into it. There was a lot of cats that I would hang out with that was from Edwards and from Cal City that were from around other places.
From the base.
Some bases, yeah.
Okay.
And they were onto some stuff, bringing tracks that was from New York that we wouldn't get because things bounced around differently back then. If a song was made in New York, it wouldn't get to us for about 6 months. So Washington State would get it before we would get it.
Wow.
And then I mean they also had their stuff because Sir Mix-a-Lot and all
He's
that
from
was from Seattle and all
Yeah.
that. They had their own sound too. Florida had their own sound. Chicago had their own sound. And sometimes we wouldn't get some of that stuff.
Yo, I have a question. Around that time, who was banging in Florida? Who was sending
Luke,
tapes out?
nigga.
Aside from Luke.
That's it.
Well, 2 Live was in LA for a while too.
But they are from
They were in
LA.
LA for a while, yeah, for a while.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Because when Bobby Jimmy and Egyptian Lover and all them would come out to Lancaster to do their concerts,
They actually came out here.
yeah,
to
they would come
perform?
out in 83, 84. Yes, they
Word.
were. Ice-T, Baby Egypt, Egyptian Lover, Arabian Prince, 2 Live Crew. That's when they were from LA.
What about Afro Man? Tell me what's up.
Afro Man, he didn't come around to the 90s.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never even heard of him.
Before
until,
he got big, I saw him at the check cashing place off K, and he was hustling the CDs. They looked pretty like legit for back in our day.
Back
It was
in
like
the-
95 or something. He had he had the picture on it. He had the laser jet printing on his CD. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I remember he was out here
Yo, he had
like a year, then he moved.
He had a trench coat and a top hat in front of the check cashing place selling CDs. Yeah.
I remember, yeah. But your hip, that's not my car. But your hip hop history is kind of, man, intricate.
It's deep.
And then I was listening to a lot of K-Day. T. Lamar, no. T. Lamar. I think it was T. Lamar. My nephew still remembers that. It was on Bobby Jimmy's record label. Okay. It was he was 9 years old. The song was called "I'm Only 9." You know, we bumped that. I mean, I listened to K-Day religiously. You know, and I was just DJing. I was just DJing, and I was always having being woken up by just beats and just things. It's always been nobody out here that I knew of was doing stuff like that. And then I started hanging out more in Lancaster. There's more DJs. I run into more people. It was break dancing and stuff like that, and I'd meet people, and And then I ended up doing, hanging out with Bobcat, and because his brother lived out here.
Bobcat?
Bobcat was bringing all those people out here, And I mean, in the '80s, bro, like you got to think about this. In the '80s, you have all these celebrities coming out here to entertain people out here in the desert,
testing out their music.
Yeah, and 200-300 people would show up. That was it. Like I mean, sometimes 100 people, 50 people,
just to test out their music.
Yeah, and they was coming out here. I mean, we was blessed out here. All these LA cats coming out here and musicians and doing their thing, and it was dope. It was dope as hell.
Is that how you met Spider-Man and Freeze?
No, I met them going to this broad's house. I was doing beats for her brother.
Okay.
I don't know if they were actually related anyways, but and I would go up.
He always got an entanglement.
Yeah. So I was going up to these broads' house. Three of the baddest broads I've ever met in my life. 3 of the baddest, bro. I kid you not. And I would go up there, and they was always going to the Palladium. So one day I was walking up. Ben's parked up front. I go up to their apartment, and they're like, "Oh, that's Spider-Man and Freeze." I was like, "Spider-Man and Freeze? Okay." Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect. Poison.
Oh, okay.
Poison.
Shit, they did all the ABC's beats too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think,
And,
another background.
Jack Swingers.
Biff Bell DeVoe.
Biff, Bob, and Benny. No,
Yeah.
this way.
and all them, yeah.
Oh.
And then the next time I went up there, which was probably like, it's probably like a couple days, a week or so, I ran into E Swift and Taz.
J-Ro.
What?
It might have been J-Ro. And it was just before Ice Cube's solo album dropped.
America's Most Wanted?
Yeah, because that's what they were bumping.
Word.
Express copy.
91, 92?
Something like that. So I go up there and
well, this got to be 90, 89, 90 because the album dropped 91.
Right.
America's Most Wanted.
It was
91.
It was either 90, 89 or 90, yeah. And they were bumping, and I'm like, what the
fuck is
because
this?
I couldn't figure out the sound. I knew it,
but
I couldn't figure out the sound
new, right?
that he was using. And he's like, I'm like, bro, what? I can't pick this sound. He's like, bro, it's Atomic Dog. I'm like,
Oh shit.
my bad.
What song?
The first one, they say Payback's the motherfucking
The nigga.
nigga. Yeah.
I'm the nigga you love to have.
Right.
Oh, that is Atomic Dog, bro. Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was one of those, and I started talking to E Swift.
Sped up. Atomic Dog, sped up.
Right. And his name is Eric Brooks.
Okay.
And then later on, when I was dealing with this one dude, we got signed to Capitol. We didn't go anywhere. It wasn't Capitol. Capitol was distribution, but it was an independent label that we were messing with. I almost got smoked out there in LA, man. I was chilling, hanging out. We was.
So you almost got signed as a producer?
Well, I was his DJ at the time.
What was his name?
His name was Joe. I can't remember his last name.
This from out here?
Yeah, Italian dude.
Word. Oh,
But he was married to a black lady.
For real?
Yeah. I met him at AV, so when I stopped going to AV, or Roseman, I started going to AV, I got exposed to more things, meeting people and this and that, and that's how, I bumped into Bobcat's brother. I would go, sometimes when I'd take off from school, I would run into him at the park, or they lived by the park, so I'd go to this park, and hang out, ditching school, and he'd be DJing, he'd let me DJ with him, so I would practice, so I practiced a little bit with him, and
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man. We're going to LA. We bumped into Bilal Bashar. Went to Bilal Bashar's house.
Who was that?
He produced Ice-T.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Because it was Africa Baby Bam and Bilal Bashar is the two that produced Ice-T at the time. He was still with LA Posse. He had signed Everlast.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
House of Pain.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had signed Everlast. Everlast had a song called "I Got the Knack" and a couple of other songs. They stiffed him. Somehow he got stiffed from the record label went up there with bats and stuff, and that's
Everlast did?
Yeah, that's how he got blackballed for so many years. Him and Breeze, MC Breeze got blackballed for a minute.
MC Breeze.
MC Breeze never came back.
What was that?
MC Breeze.
Well, that name sounds so.
L.A. Ooh, dun, 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 Satan.
Ooh, L.A.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
dun,
MC
dun,
Breeze.
dun,
Then,
dun,
yeah. Then MC Brains came right after
MC
him.
Brains was
Came right after him too.
DJ Train came
Yeah,
around.
then that's
with,
why Breeze didn't last long because MC Brains came out after him.
It was Dazzle Dazz. There was a whole bunch of rappers that
MC Brains came out with that Uchi
Coochie,
Coochie Walla Walla. That party joint we used to go
Right.
crazy at the house party when we was little. Oh man,
But
that's
then I had this secret joint that I only heard on K-Day, right? Every time I was DJing a house party, I stood that thing on.
what was that?
Bass and the wall shakes and vibrate the floors. It's like an earthquake. King T's back again with the new, you know what I mean? That would get the party started every single
You
time.
love Tila. You like Tila.
Yeah, Tila. I've always been on some Tila. Yeah.
He was consistent for the most
Yeah,
part.
I didn't like a couple joints that he had early on. I didn't like a couple early on Ice-T stuff either.
So who is the, since we on some West Coast shit, who is the top 5 West Coast producers?
Right now or all time?
All time, period.
Dre, Muggs. Those two are my two go-to.
DJ Muggs?
Yeah. Dre and Muggs. He's actually East Coast. He came from the East Coast.
So he's not on the list then?
But he moved to the West Coast.
Well, he's not on the list then.
Okay, so, but he's a West Coast producer at this
Is he?
point. Sort of. I mean, Cypress
So
has been around.
Dre live on the East Coast. Is he considered the East Coast producer?
No.
So he's a West Coast producer,
Right.
right? So come on now.
All right, so if we have to exit Muggs.
Hey, all these niggas stay on the West Coast now. Are they West Coast producers? We know all these niggas stay in
everybody stays on
Calabasas,
the-
up in Bel Air.
yeah.
You feel me? In Beverly Hills, and come on now, stop playing.
Okay, so Dre, what's his name? Out of the Bay.
And Banks.
Quasimo.
He's right here in Oxnard. Madlib.
Madlib.
Madlib. Yeah, at the 805.
Oh, he's out there?
Yeah, he's from Ventura.
I thought he was out of.
No, he's at the 805. He's Southern California, buddy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Dre, Madlib.
Missouri, not too long.
I didn't even know Razzcast was from the South.
But we talking producers.
Right,
That's his MC.
That was 5.
Are you?
I'm sure I'm missing.
You come on, Daranged. What about DJ Quick?
Oh yeah, quick. My bad. I couldn't think. I had a fart. Quick.
Dre, Madlib, Quick. Oh, you giving us a bad rep right now. You know
My
we
bad,
know all the
my bad.
bangers, man.
I can't think right now. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with right at this very
Dre,
moment.
Quick. I'll throw Madlib in there. Oh, excuse me. And Banks.
DJ Pooh was good.
Oh yeah, Pooh,
And DJ Pooh. Sir Jinx.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a lot of them.
yeah. There's a lot of producers out here. I wasn't. Ant Banks was okay. He wasn't really my
I didn't
thing.
know that.
I mean, he was. It's just
Did Too Short shit.
Yeah, Too Short's early stuff.
Okay, I didn't know.
You know, I wasn't really. I mean, I liked him. But
I like that bass shit.
Oh, QD3.
QD3. Young
Montage.
Quincy Jones.
It's Montage.
Yeah,
there's
so,
a
yeah.
bunch of producers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
He did some exhibit stuff.
Oh, okay.
He did
What about E
the
Swift?
Mexicans.
Even E Swift.
Oh, shit.
E Swift, right?
Damn.
Damn, my bad. One of those things.
What about Deranged?
The range?
No, he's left off the list because he don't even remember the legends.
Yeah, well, hey, we can't get them all. You know what I mean? Like, you
He's
know.
left off the list.
There's so many. I mean, what do you?
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 MCs out the West? Let's start with you first, Chris. Who's your first top 5 MCs?
Out the West.
Out the
Oh,
West.
that's easy. I mean, all time.
All time.
All time. Shit.
Because it's not really none right now to
Top
count.
5. For sure.
There ain't no new niggas to
For
count
sure,
out the West.
Raz off the top. That's an easy one.
No order.
Yeah. And then I gotta go with the weirdos. I'll take Dell too.
Oh.
I like Dell. And then Casual, Pep Love, them other. Yo, I like the cadence and the wordplay and it.
You said Pep Love? I'm about to get on him.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, check them out.
I'm about to get on him.
And then one of the
I
last-
like Casual too,
I
but
feel
he
like I
ain't
was
dropping
listening-
nothing in a while though, bro. Cash ain't dropping nothing in a while,
no,
man.
He does his little thing. Yeah, they still do it. They still do
For
it.
real?
Oh, you know what?
Start
I'll
sending
send
me
you
some
something.
shit.
I'll send. Yeah,
Start sending
I'll
me some
send you
shit. Start sending me some shit. Yeah.
Let me see.
So you said you like the weirdos, Dell,
course, yeah.
Raz Cass,
Yeah.
Casual, Pep Love.
Somebody.
One more.
I feel like I'm missing somebody.
You get 5. One more.
Yeah.
The weirdos.
Yeah, 'cause the underground cats. You feel me? The
Yeah.
abstract
People
rappers.
was like they wasn't popular because they didn't sound. They didn't
They
sound.
don't sound
weren't
commercial. They'll
commercialized.
never go commercial.
Right. Could never go
Yeah,
commercial
can never go commercial.
because it was just too out there.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say Taj. I like Taj's style. I like
Catastrophe.
Taj.
I like
The
Catastrophe.
I was gonna say
I like
that. That was
Catastrophe.
mine too.
Yeah.
I like Catastrophe.
I like J
You
Ro
know-
too, but Taj was.
Yeah,
he had
Taj-
a wilder style. See, I
Right.
like the wild style.
He was
I like,
a true
And he's
true
definitely a
spitter.
lyricist.
He was a spitter.
He's straight,
Yeah.
definitely a spitter.
Although I've been hearing about him over the years and over the years, and he's got a lot of content. But I really like
Cool.
he's from Fresno.
Planetation. You talking about Planetation?
Oh yeah,
I've been on.
Planetation.
I wasn't really on him, but I heard about him and I always threw his name out there, but I never really listened. You know?
Planet Asia is hard.
Yeah.
Planet
I
Asia
also
hard.
like other two MCs that are really put in the MC category is MC8 and I couldn't think of his name earlier from San Diego.
Oh,
J.O.
Richie Slick.
J.O.
J.O. Felon.
He's
Oh,
an MC.
stupid,
He's
yeah.
not a rapper.
Yeah.
He's
He's
in my
not
top
a gangster
five.
rapper.
Okay.
He's not a gangster rapper. He
Hey,
is
I
an
remember how
MC.
you
He's an
smoked
MC.
Why you inviting me, mama?
Why you know I should always bang
Yo,
that, right? Hey,
Hey,
he was my
and
top
then
five.
we found new gems from him.
Right.
Yeah,
that
he's still
yeah,
spitting.
yeah.
He's definitely in my
J.O.
top
Felony
five.
is an
That's
MC.
why I always ask motherfuckers they top five because if they leave out J.O. Felony, you're not really a West Coast head.
Right.
To me, like
Okay.
J.O., he be killing niggas.
He's
Yeah.
good. He's good.
He's an MC.
And he's a true MC.
He's an MC.
Hey.
Like that's
He shut Jay-Z up.
right.
Jay-Z never.
Oh, they had a little something.
Oh, he was the only. Look, Def Jam full of shit. They need to give the West Coast.
That's right. He was.
The Def Jam need to give the
it
West
makes
Coast
sense
its
now.
respect.
You know
The Def Jam need to give the West Coast its respect. The New York rappers, the New York industry need to give us West Coast nigga this.
Yeah.
Cause look, Warren G saved Def Jam.
Okay.
Took him out the hole with Regulator.
All right.
You just go back and watch the show.
Okay.
Nigga, that's why he had Slick Rick mad.
All right.
Because he was closing out the show. Nigga, I'm going platinum, nigga. I'm going diamond, nigga. With this G-Funk, nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Then, after he left, J.O. Felony got signed to Def Jam through Jam Master Jay. Was the only West Coast artist that they kept
Okay.
when they was about to go under again. When they cleaned their roster.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they cleaned their roster and got rid of everybody, they kept J.O. Felony.
They shut down Def West.
Def West and Def Jam West and kept J.O. Felony.
He didn't get a decent. He didn't get a.
He didn't get a fair chance.
Didn't get a fair chance.
And after that, and since then that's when they let Jay-Z and all them come and take control. They started hating on this West Coast nigga.
And you know, I was about to say, you seen recently what's happening, right?
Oh, with Dame Dash and Jay-Z?
No, Snoop Dogg has got some sort of administrative or executive position in Def Jam.
For real?
Check it out.
Get the fuck out of here. Niggas are selling their soul for a Tootsie Roll.
What?
We don't
I mean,
need to.
look at.
I mean, where he's at position wise, he doesn't need to sell out.
What
Right,
you mean?
right.
Snoop
I think
doesn't need to.
he's doing it to help
He already
West Coast
sold out.
artists. Well, but why do you think
What
he's
West
taking that
Coast?
position?
Because they trying to control West Coast artists and monetize West Coast artists,
I mean, that's almost every
and
day, right?
and Snoop is being controlled, and he want to manipulate the gullible. Why would anybody want to sign to a label right now, anyways?
Some people do. Hey, you
It's
know what's funny?
security. It's like the 9 to 5 job. Security.
And you know
at,
what?
at the government building. You know what I'm saying?
Is
right.
Kinda.
Kind
Or
of.
it could be a false sense of security
A
that they're
false
selling.
False, right,
That they're
false
selling.
sense. But I mean, it feels more like that than it would be an independent
So
label.
would you?
Right.
All right.
No,
as an artist,
Nope.
as an artist who's been, say for instance, who's been controlling their likings, their creativity, who's been, getting everything. Say for instance, you've been making 30,000 or 40,000 off your music a year, right? Independently.
Right.
You feel me? With no label, you just pushing your shit through the internet. You got your own. You're publishing your BMI. You know Spotify. You popping in your region.
Right.
You actually making 30 to 40,000
Right.
a year off your shit. That's possible, bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's not a lot of money.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But knowing us, how we do shit, we make it look good, right?
Right.
So they come to you, bro. Especially with a nigga like Snoop and Def Jam now, knowing that you from the West Coast and you been getting his fans in his lane. They only fucking with niggas who's keeping them relevant. They're
Right.
only gonna fuck with you if they can make money off of you.
Right. That was my other angle for Snoop. He has to do something to stay relevant.
Oh.
Because labels
yeah.
don't want him around either.
You know.
He would spit too much truth.
I bet you that's what he's using it for too, to make his own album. I mean, he did kind of hint about
So
that.
that's what I'm saying. Why would it be beneficial for him to sign the Def Jam for any newcomer West Coast artist? It's not. That's strictly for him. You understand what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't be leading these new cats into
A label.
Mm-hmm.
slavery.
Right.
You should be leading them to freedom.
It's true.
You should be giving them to advice. Why you want them to take the same deal you used to take? Is this just rearranged in different words now?
Yeah.
And it's worse because they got a 360 deal. Nigga, you decide to hop in that 360 deal because you're addicted to the fame.
What's the 360 deal?
When they
They
get
spin your ass out.
spin your ass out, when they get everything off of you.
Damn.
From merch, even your shows now, damn
Is that
it.
what happened to that YG dude?
Yeah. Niggas get 360 deals.
That's wild. He said you could pay me in fame. That's what.
Pay me in fame. Pay me in fame. Exactly. Pay me in fame. That's what they paying for. Fame.
Right.
I don't fuck they want fame. I'm on compensation, not recognition.
Right.
You feel me? So, but yeah. So what's up? What's up with the next?
We
Which
never
one?
even talked about Foley. He's not an MC per se.
No,
rapper,
no, no.
more
He
so,
Foley an MC.
Yeah.
He Foley an MC.
See,
He toggles.
narrowing it down to 5 is rough for.
Yeah, it is
for
rough.
West.
That's tough. And then
Or just MCs period.
and then-
I can say my top 5, but E Foley is definitely an MC.
okay.
Yeah.
E Foley is definitely a top tier MC.
That motherfucker switch it up on some slow shit or fast shit or just out the box shit.
He said, "I ain't rapping too fast. Y'all just listening too slow."
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
E Foley is the game spitter.
Yeah.
He's the epitome of an MC. You know why? He always stay true to himself,
Right.
being original.
Right.
Because he know, for one, I go platinum and gold in my region alone. I don't give a fuck if everybody else listening. Y'all just now started listening and accepting me. I've been doing this shit.
Right.
You understand? It's a true hip hop head.
Right.
He's a true hip hop head, a true MC, originator. Original. Not everybody else is trying to buy his lingo.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's about his lingo.
Everybody.
He designed all that.
Designed all.
We was catching like cheddar. I got some cheddar. He came up with that. Like
All that shit.
everything that we spit, all the slang that we
All that shit. Every rapper spit his shit.
Yeah.
Buy his shit. Every rapper. Every
They
MC.
just go pick up this.
They just go pick up this.
He got an
He got
encyclopedia.
encyclopedia of his own lingo.
Yes, of his own lingo. Yes.
So he's the epitome of an MC. He's gonna go down, if not the greatest.
Yeah. Yo,
He's on Mount Rushmore.
I was watching like some little, I don't know if it was really a documentary, but he was just chopping it up with somebody on some sort of podcast.
Man,
And he was detailing how he first tried to get on.
everybody
And-
hating on him.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because he's from the West and he's from Oakland.
Well, at the time I was living in Stockton, and people in the hood, you could hear, "Baby, you could call me young." You could hear people bumping that and that shit. Like they supported him to the fullest
Yeah,
locally.
Right. Shit was hard.
Maybe once he had clicked with a few people, but I know from what I heard, his recount was that the first couple people who heard his shit was like acting funny with him, not even saying anything, not even saying like this is dope, this is whack, nothing. Just
Cause
they're probably biting in their ear.
Cause that's hey, I ain't never had no one ever told me my shit was whack.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So and like I can relate to that when people hear your shit, they be like, fuck. That's what they thinking.
Right.
Cause it's not whack.
Right.
And they don't want to give you the compliment of it being new or cause it's dope.
Right.
It's cause it's original. You don't sound like nobody else, so they afraid to take the chance on something that's different and not understanding that's what hip hop is.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need to sound like Snoop or E40 or Razzcast or Dale or any of nobody. I need to sound like me.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you great and as a dope artist. Like Picasso wasn't trying to paint Michelangelo pictures.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? He painted his own masterpiece, my nigga.
Yeah.
So when you go in there and spit your verse and do your art, I ain't gonna try to sound like you. I'm gonna try to paint my own picture.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I can either sound better than you, or we can match a fucking super masterpiece.
Just make a good ass song.
Yeah. That's what it gonna come out to.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's just what it comes out to.
Right.
Because as an artist, we always competitive.
Right.
I don't want this motherfucker to know when I'm, as a painter, when I brush this stroke, nigga, I'm gonna brush it better than he brushed his blue.
Right.
or paint his son.
Right. I'm gonna keep throwing out names too. Sly Boogie.
Sly Boogie tight. But you know, these niggas, man,
He fell off. Went away.
not even fell off, man, but these is niggas that is on the same level as a lot of.
It was
I'm gonna be humble.
Not many people was on his level though. He just wasn't. He just didn't get the qualm.
A lot of niggas got the qualm, man. You feel me? A lot of these niggas, you name it, got the opportunity and fumbled the ball. Because if I heard of you and you heard of him, and they got the opportunity to, you know,
Be out there.
You be out there. You got your chance.
Right. You have to take that.
You had your chance, and if you let that dwindle away, we need to figure out why did they let that dwindle away.
Right.
Why did they?
What was they going through?
What was they going through? Because we know as an artist, I know as an artist, this is a passion. This is an art. It really takes a lot for this to be suppressed.
Right.
You get to that height of it, then let it be suppressed. You don't want to share it no more.
Maybe
what they do to you. Right. That's what I'm saying. What they do to you.
Right. What did they do to you?
When you went to that other side.
Sometimes that's the case.
Yeah. When you went to that other side, what really happened?
Where were you touched?
Because it's a lot of non-disclosures that need to be signed. Yeah, it's a lot of non-disclosures that need to be signed. You feel me? You motherfuckers can't be talking about.
We'll split it.
You know, I'm good. Go ahead. Because I still got this. You feel me? So do what you do.
Okay.
So, you know, so I just know that, you know, I'm a thinker. I know these niggas be selling their soul for, you know, jelly roll. And don't be want to show their face no more.
Right.
Because they were so arrogant and egotistical. Because, you know, the wise man always said, man, you got to watch the people. When you go up, you got to see the same people when you come down.
Right.
You know what's funny is I saw one person.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't want to say his name, but that motherfucker came swole like he was eating good. And then we went to see him not to see him. Sick Calicos. We went to support Sick Calicos.
Right.
I think you were with us. It was me, you, and Rose, I believe.
Okay.
But I seen the same dude, a known and rapper. That motherfucker was shriveled up. I don't know what happened. All in a matter of 2 years.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie.
I don't know what happened, man.
What the fuck happened to you?
Saphir and the Far Right.
Yo!
Hey, Saphir got to get better. That's one of my favorite MCs, man. You know, I saw always.
Yo, always.
I don't know where I dropped the ball at.
Now, Saphir, yeah. See,
Hey,
okay.
Saphir.
Okay, I might have to switch up my 5. Saphir.
He's definitely a weirdo.
Yeah. Different, man.
Yeah,
He got the freestyle written.
Make it written. Oh,
It sounds like a freestyle when
that's what I'm saying. His freestyle sound like a written.
Right.
Hey, shout out to Saphir. Hobo Junction.
Hobo Junction, yeah.
I was
You like a lot of Bay
on-
rappers, huh?
You know, I guess yeah, but also Freestyle Fellowship, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Freestyle
Freestyle
Fellowship.
Yeah, Mike and
I can never think of their name.